This is Stephanie from the Creativity Crafts and Curls blog, and today I'm going to show you the trick for making great floral bows. I feel like this is something that everyone should know how to do, like a basic floral bow. You could use it for so many things. You can put it on gifts, you can put it on wreaths, you can put it on Christmas decorations and other holiday things. My mom always made great bows when I was growing up. She always put big, beautiful bows on everything, and so I just thought that it was something that everybody did. I soon learned after I started making my own floral bows, after she taught me, that it is not something everybody does. I have had so many coworkers and so many friends come to me and ask me to make bows and put bows on things for them. And really, it's so simple. I promise you that you can do it. I could teach you. There is a trick. And I feel like the trick is the one thing that people don't do, and it's the reason why they don't like their own bows. So, the first thing you're going to need is a few supplies. You're going to need some ribbon, you're going to need some scissors, and you're going to need whatever you're putting your bow on. First, let's talk ribbon. There's a ton of beautiful kinds of ribbon these days, and they're constantly coming out with new textures and colors and patterns. And I will admit, they are a weakness of mine. I absolutely love beautiful ribbon, and I probably buy way too much of it, but don't tell my husband. That being said, not all ribbon is great for making floral bows. You want ribbon that's fairly stiff. When you make a loop, you want it to hold up and not droop. For example, like this ribbon versus a sheer ribbon. Sheer ribbon is pretty, but it's going to droop and not make a good floral bow. You also want some width to your ribbon. It needs to be at least 1 inch. This kind of a thin ribbon doesn't work well either. It's very droopy also. My all-time favorite ribbon for making bows is wired ribbon, which is just ribbon that has wires sewn into the edges of it. You can buy it at any hobby or craft store, or I buy a lot of it at Costco. A lot of them also have like a shiny side and a dull side. So I think of this as the front and the back of the ribbon. So that's how I'll refer to it when I'm making this bow. Before you make the bow, what you need is whatever your bow is going on. So today I'm going to put it on a gift. The first piece you'll need to use is your base ribbon. It's just as important as the bow itself. The base ribbon is like going to hold your bow into place, and it's going to be the tails for your bow, which are like the two pieces that hang down a little from the bow. So before you tie it in place, think about how much you'd like it to hang down and then leave a little bit extra for the knot. I usually just eyeball it when I cut the ribbon, and I wrap it around and I leave enough. So the ribbon cuts best with nice sharp scissors. I have pairs of scissors that are just for ribbon, and I even write ribbon only on them because my kids are constantly taking my scissors and using them, and then when I need them, they're too dull. So next time you get a pack of scissors, write ribbon only on them, and then you'll always have nice scissors to cut really pretty ribbon. Okay, so once you have your piece cut, tie it on the gift like you're about to tie your shoes, and make sure you tie it tight. Usually silky ribbon like this, you're going to want to tie it in a knot. So hold it down like that, and then just tie it really tight in a knot. There. Now you're ready for your bow. The first thing you need to do is decide how big you want your bow. In this case, I want it to be about the width of my box. So if you're tying the bow in the middle, you want to make each loop half of that width. Don't worry, I'll show you. Okay, here you go. We'll move this over here. You're going to hold the bow in your hand when you make it, and I usually use these 3 fingers. So I start about 2 inches from the end, I hold it right there, and I make my first loop about half the size of my bow. You hold it with your thumb, and then you twist. And you always want to make sure that you have your front or your shiny side of the ribbon showing. Then you make your second loop. Make it about the same size as your first loop, and twist it, holding it with your thumb. Now you're going to keep going. You're going to loop, twist it, and hold it with your thumb. Loop it, twist it, and hold it with your thumb. Here, I'll show you this way. Maybe this will be easier. Loop, twist, hold. Loop, twist, hold. Okay, so for a good bow, see, it's already starting to look pretty good already. You want at least 3 loops on each side, but 4 to 6 loops really looks better. So it just depends on how much ribbon you have. If you have a lot of ribbon, then keep going. Loop it, twist, hold. If your ribbon starts to get tangled up, I just pull out some more like this. loop, twist, hold. Now the last two loops, I usually go a little bit smaller because they're going to fill in the middle of your bow. So a little bit smaller loop, hold, and a little bit smaller loop, hold. So then you're going to cut your ribbon with your nice sharp scissors. I usually just take this out to the edge of the ribbon, and remember to always cut ribbon on a diagonal like this. Now you're ready to tie it onto your gift. And you just want to tie it nice and super tight. Really tight like this, tie a knot. Alright, are you ready for the trick? Here it is. I think people get to this point and think they're done. And it doesn't look too great, but what you have to do is pull it apart and make all your loops look good. So that's when they say, oh, I can't make a bow, and they bring it to me and make me do it. So this is what you do. You start in the middle and you pull your first two loops, like these two, in two different directions. And if they're wired, like this one is, make sure they're nice and rounded loops. Then you go down to the next two loops and you pull them in two different directions. So I pull the first two this way, so I'll pull the second two this way. Again, put your fingers in and kind of loop your ribbon like this. See? Then you just keep going. Your ends kind of work as part of the ribbon also, so you can kind of fluff them up a little bit. And you just keep pulling your loops apart. Pull, like you can't hurt it, so just pull tight. And pull them in different directions. Pull some of them up. What you want to do is you're trying to sort of fill in all the way around, so you make a nice rounded bow. Oh, there's one hiding underneath here. Get down here and get this guy. And you just keep going until it's all filled in and you have a beautiful bow. Here, I think I'll stick this one through here actually. There we go. And that is how you make a beautiful floral bow, and that is the trick to making a great bow. See, it just takes a little bit of practice. Now you know the trick to making great floral bows. So give it a try, make something beautiful, and then leave me a comment or a picture down below and let me see how you did. Remember, with just a little bit of practice, you can make something creative too. Thanks, bye.